Screencast 48, Charting Part 2, Colors and Data. Okay, back to our report. Now, in my previous screencast, I created a report. It was some blog post statistics, and we're going to continue with that example, but I want to show you something that I did that I changed. First of all, in the previous example, I had date and values for post A, B, and C. I've added in my data set a new value called ordinal. And what is it? If I look at get blog post data, it's just a number. It's just an integer saying essentially which row is being returned. There's a SQL function called row number, which you could also use, but I prefer to do it this way because when it's in code, it's easier to see what's going on, right? Okay. So let's go, and we're going to talk about colors. So let's go ahead and make our chart again real quick. I'll just drag this into the auto design. Oh, I dragged it as a table. Let's go ahead and just create a chart. Add chart, and it's that. We'll set the data. Oops, the data set here to blog post data, right? And we have to set a category. So the category is going to be the date, right? And if we display the chart right now with a style template, so it doesn't look too bad. This is a column style. Let's do a preview here. Okay, looks like crappy colors, fine. Vertical tab group. Okay, now we're set. We can see. Now, first of all, I don't want the ordinal. Okay, of course I do not want to display that. I'll tell you why I'm using the ordinal in a minute. And for the moment, let's just focus on a single series. If I want post A to look different, I just go to data series style, field style, and pick a different color. In this case, bright red, and you'll see a change in a second. There we go, red. I can change post B, likewise, to let's say orange, and then post C to yellow. So it's very simple styling. Okay, good. So we know how to set different series like that. Let's eliminate post B and post C. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of post A that's red. Okay, so I like this chart, and it's very straightforward. It's very clear what's going on. But what I want to do is I want to actually not have red everywhere. I want red only the last 5 days. Now, how would I accomplish that? Okay, now it's not entirely obvious, but now maybe you see why I added this ordinal value in the data set. What I'm going to do is use this data in the data set to figure out how to format the chart. And this is a common technique you'll use in formatting your reports and charts, which is you'll be adding sort of display information into your data set, and you'll be reusing that information. Okay, so ordinal is a very simple case. And what I'm going to do is, based on the ordinal value, I'll pick a different color. Okay, so I wrote a data method already called getColor. Let's take a look at it. And it basically takes an input number n, and if n is less than 25, it returns a gray, and if it's more, it returns bright red. Okay, that's it. It's very simple. Now, how do I use it? Let's go to post A, and we'll go to data series style. Now, it says red here. By the way, one more trick. You can always right-click on things and reset, and you can see everything's gone back to normal. But I'm going to now go here, click web expression, and what do I want? I want a data method. Oops, not seeing it for some reason. That's okay. We can make it work in a moment. Well, what we're going to do is use the getColor data method, and let's go ahead and set a static value. Let's say, I don't know, 4. Right? Let's just make sure the code is working. Back to our preview. Is it working? Should be all gray. Okay. And now we're going to change this data series style, the background color, to, let's say, I don't know, 29. See what happens. Should be all red now. Okay, so now the color is dynamic. Now let's take advantage of the row number, the ordinal. Okay, so you can see how to use an expression, how to get the value of the field, right? So this is fields bang post a dot value. I'm going to copy that just because it's going to save me some typing in a second. And I'm going to edit this in the expression editor. And let me just paste it in here, what I saw. I don't want fields post A value. I want fields ordinal value. There we go. Oops. Ordinal. And I'll copy that or cut it and then paste it right here. So get color equals fields bang ordinal.value. And ordinal is strongly typed as an int, so this will all work. Let me just make sure. There we go, gray, gray, gray. And look at this. The last few days are red. Okay. Now let's take a look at post B for a second. Just to make sure everyone sees this correctly. Post B will be completely unaffected by this change. Right? I will have to copy that data method or that expression into post B to make it do the right thing. Let me remove post B. Okay, and go back here. So let's just recap what we've learned here. Right? We've learned how to format the different series in this column chart, and we've learned how to use dynamic formatting. Right? And in this case, I've decided to highlight the last last couple of days, and specifically the technique we're using here is we're adding some display-related information into the input data set. And again, that's the way I think will be most productive for people. Annotate your data set with display information, and then we'll reuse that when we actually want to render it as a chart. Okay? And we've picked a specific example. You can see I could do other things here, like highlight the values as red if they go above a certain number, right? It's not just the ordinal. For example, if I was concerned about counts that were more than 10, right, or less than a number, I could do some interesting formatting, right? And the reason I spent so much time on this technique is we're going to have to use this technique to make some really rich-looking charts later on. So be comfortable with it because we're going to build on this a lot of code, actually. Okay, so see you next screencast.